Hello and welcome to Garin Riva vs BioShock Infinite. This is my favourite BioShock game, and now that I've finished 1 and 2, which are both on the channel, go check those out, I can finally play this one. It's my favourite because of the gameplay, because of the aesthetic, and because of the fact it's not horror. But yes, I love this game, I've been really looking forward to playing this, and now I finally can. As I've played through this game, 3 or 4 times now, I will be playing this on hard. I did consider 1999 mode, but apparently it doesn't feel like BioShock, and that wouldn't be a sort of proper representation of the game. So I'm a little concerned that hard might be too hard. I gave it a quick test, and I died at the beginning bit, but I'm a bit out of practice, and hopefully I'll get back into it. But you can change the difficulty at any time, so if I do struggle with hard, I'll drop it down to medium for a bit. But anyway, I like this bit. This is cleverly done.
Booker, are you afraid of God?
No. But I'm afraid of you.
The mind of the subject will desperately struggle to create memories when none exist. Just to warn you, this game is rather pretentious in places, such as this. 1912, the coast of Maine.
Are you going to just sit there?
As compared to what? Standing?
Not standing, rowing.
Rowing? Hadn't planned on it.
So you expect me to shoulder
What's
the
this?
burden?
No, but I do expect you to do all the rowing.
And why is that?
Coming here was your idea.
My idea.
I've made it very clear that I don't believe in the exercise.
The rowing.
No? Imagine that's wonderful exercise.
Then what?
The entire thought experiment.
Excuse me. How much longer?
One goes into an experiment knowing one could fail.
But one does not undertake an experiment knowing one has failed.
Can we get back to the rowing?
I suggest you do, or we're never going to get there.
No, I mean I'd greatly appreciate it if you would assist.
Perhaps you should ask him. I imagine he has a greater interest in getting there than I do.
I suppose he does, but there's no point in asking.
Why not?
Because he doesn't row.
He doesn't row?
No, he doesn't row.
Ah, I see what you mean.
This game can be incredibly clever, and that is just brilliant writing, all of that.
We've arrived.
I do really like this game's aesthetic. It gets much better when you're not, down with the common boatman rabble.
He's not moving.
He will, eventually.
Yeah, I'm moving now.
He does.
It's the lighthouse.
Shall we tell him when we'll be returning?
Would that change anything?
It might give him some comfort.
At least that's something we can agree on.
Hey! Somebody meeting me here?
I'd certainly hope so.
It does seem like a dreadful place to be stranded.
Well, maybe there's someone inside.
So, a couple of things before I actually begin with the exploration. Oh yes, there's some silver eagles here. First things first, this is a holdover series, which means I'll have recorded the entire thing, bye-bye guys, before you've seen any of it. So be aware that if you give me hints and advice, that I will not see it until after I've completed the game. Another thing is no spoilers. I know it usually goes without saying, but apparently it doesn't always go without saying. So yes, no spoilers at all, even though I have completed the game before, doesn't mean all the viewers are familiar with it. I'll go to that in a sec. So be aware of that. Do not comment spoilers. Doing so will not be well received. Another silver eagle and a barrel with a silver eagle and a can of beans. So this game was the one I played to test out my new rig back when I got a desktop for the first time. Before that I was all on laptops and stuff, because at the time this was the most beautiful game I'd ever seen. Knock on the door. DeWitt, bring us the girl and wipe away the debt. This is your last chance, Bloodstain.
Excuse me. It's Booker DeWitt. I guess you're expecting me?
It's a really odd name, isn't it? Booker DeWitt. Ooh, something glinting. Money. And another can of beans. Of thy sins shall I wash thee. Look at my lovely face.
Good luck with that, pal.
And for the first time, you're not a silent protagonist. From Sodom shall I lead thee.
Is anyone here? Hello?
That's Maine, I guess. I suppose I'm not that far off. It was like implied. Did I not see them? I didn't even look, I guess. But yeah, it was implied, oh, you're stranded in the middle of the ocean. Well, no, it's just right there. And apparently there is a bed and a phone. Silver Eagle and cereal. Who keeps their cereal in a wardrobe? Be prepared, he's on his way, you must stop him, see. Condensed schedule to and from Columbia. Flagstaff, Colorado, St. Louis, Chicago, Rochester, Portland, New York, Washington. Raleigh, is that? And Savannah. I guess those are all those locations. Ah, stolen this guy's wallet. Ha! Although he's got a very nice little boat, I'm sure he enjoys playing with that out in the ocean. Oh. Quite messy, isn't he? I'm just looking for any hidden secret stuff. To thine own land shall I take thee. There's that. Yeah, there's blood on that. Ruin the upholstery. Upholstery? Embroidery. I'm sure that's a good sign. Oh.
Shit.
Don't disappoint us. And they were here recently because that's still smoking. Bullet hole. Oh, that's where I came in. Any other stuff to interact with? It is... What's that? One... Yeah, I know how to stand up. 122. Apparently I don't know how to stand up. How do I stand up? Ah, that's so weird. It would not let me stand up. And now it won't let me crouch again. Am I crouching now? I honestly can't tell. In New Eden soil shall I plant thee. Like an egg. Locked door. I bet that's where the person who murdered that guy is. I know you're in there. Just gonna walk away. Ooh, provisions. I like the ocean. I don't know if I mentioned that today. Got 32 of them. I had 5 in that box to begin with. Which I didn't really look at the box, did I? Bells.
Wait a minute, that card.
So that's... So the thing I never noticed before about this is the way that the light is coming from above through there. I assumed it was like the lighthouse that was lighting up, but the light is clearly coming down in shafts through the clouds, which is terrifying in its own way. Now that's that lighting up. So remember that, because I'm going to be mentioning that in a little bit.
Looks like they expect me to sit in their fancy chair.
Such a fancy chair. Ah, you don't see chairs this fancy except in like dentist offices.
So
You did kind of ask for that.
Go!
Make yourself ready, Pilgrim. The bindings are there as a safeguard.
That just seems dangerous.
God damn it!
I'm just exposed to bloody...
Ascension in the count of 5. Count of 4.
No.
3. 2.
Why did it even tilt me down apart from to see it?
Ascension. Ascension.
Just stay calm.
5,000 feet.
That's so ominous.
10,000 feet. 15,000 feet. Hallelujah.
Welcome. I love this shot. It's so well done. This game has such a beautiful, colourful aesthetic. So the thing with the lighting up, right? The idea is you, I think, you know, it's never properly confirmed, it's never referred to again, and that's part of my point. Father Comstock, our prophet. Part of my point is, if this is the way people get into Colombia, why does it never happen again? Why do we never get the back and forth with the burn, 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 burn? Never again. Why would he send his saviour unto us if we will not raise a finger for our own salvation? And though we deserve not his mercy, he has led us to this new Eden, a last chance for redemption. It's gone a long way down, isn't it? It's a very fancy way of just getting up somewhere. I suppose the other one of the bathysphere. And the prophet shall lead the people to the new Eden. That one's got a baby. Ooh. Ooh. It's rather wet here. So I rode up in this thing. Damn those fancy chairs. Never again will I trust a fancy chair. And now my feet are wet. But he's like, hey guys, have you seen there is a flying city there? And they're like, oh my god, we did not notice said flying city. I shall bring the baby. Sorry, I hate the way... Oh, it's Ben's fault. It makes me say baby like that now. Never again. The word of the prophet. Oh, I can stand up freely now. Ah, exercising. And someone's like watching me. It's like, why is that guy squatting? Ah. To be honest, the intro for this is rather Half-Life-esque. You know, there's like no action for a good while. And now that I just seen that statue, it reminds me of Cthulhu. Do you get what I mean? You know, with the beard. It's like the tentacles. The seed of the prophet shall sit the throne and drown in flame the mountains of man. Nothing at all ominous about that. And it's always great when people refer to men's seed. The Welcome Centre. Oh yeah, thanks. Oh, that's what the C stands for. Is Father Cthulhu. And in my womb shall grow the seed of the prophet. I wonder what they can mean by the seed. But damn, that water is reflective. Anything to steal? Yes. Nice. I shouldn't leave your money here. But that was for the donation. Oh, empty bag.
The seed of the prophet.
He says that a lot.
Find the exit out of this place.
Yeah, give me a minute, I'm exploring. He says that a lot. He'll read something and then go, huh. Can I read the letters? Confession. Oh, you don't want to hear my confessions, mate. I don't know what accent that was. And this is a voxophone. Instead of the audio logs that the little tape recorders that BioShock had, this has voxophones. And although I'm not quite entirely 100% sure what they are, I really like the sound they make when you play them.
Love the prophet because he loves the sinner. Love the sinner because he is you. Without the
Excuse me.
sinner,
Where am I?
Heaven, friend. All
Without
as
sin.
close as we'll see till Judgment Day.
Let's keep such questions to myself, unless I want to get made.
I'm sorry, Lady Cthulhu, we completely talked over you. Try again.
love the prophet because he loves the sinner. Love the sinner because he is you. Without the sinner, what need is there for a redeemer? Without sin, what grace has forgiveness?
That is sort of a, hey look, I helped you out of this situation so you owe me, but you caused the situation in the first place. I don't know, that was a bad comparison, but you get what I mean. It's not a good thing to have sin in order to be able to be forgiven for it. It's better to not have it, surely. Hello. You have very big eyes. Oh, God, sorry. And this is incredibly dangerous. Do you know how dangerous it is to have water flowing downstairs like this? Not that they're even flowing down, it's just sort of coming under the crack. It goes from completely perfectly still, even when I'm jumping in it, to flowing down and creating this slip slide of death. Gladium. Clavum. Volumen. Oh, look at that.
And every year, on this day of days, we recommit ourselves to our city and to our prophet, Father Comstock. We recommit through sacrifice and the giving of thanks, and by submerging ourselves in the sweet waters of baptism. And lo, if the prophet had struck down our enemies at wounded knee and not railed against the Sodom beneath us, it would have been enough. If the prophet had just railed against the Sodom beneath us, but not accepted the 3 golden gifts of the founders, it would have been enough. If the prophet had just accepted the 3 golden gifts of the founders and not prayed for our deliverance, it would have been enough. If the prophet had only prayed for our deliverance and not led us to this new Eden, it would have been enough. If the prophet had just led us to the new Eden and not purged the vipers of the Orient, it would have been enough. If the prophet had...
Oh my God.
Is it someone new? Someone from the Sodom below, newly come to Columbia to be washed clean before our prophet, our founders, and our Lord?
I just need passage into the city.
Passage to the city. Brother, the only way to Columbia is through rebirth in the sweet waters of baptism. Will you be cleansed, brother?
No thank you. Nah, back on the rocket then.
Come
Can
and
I-
be cleansed.
can I go back to the rocket?
Hallelujah! Come, let us cast the trickster out from you. Praise be the prophet. Praise the Lord.
Alright, but only if you stop talking.
Hey,
I baptize you in the name of our prophet, in the name of our founders, and the name of our Lord. I don't know, brothers and sisters, but this one doesn't look clean to me.
who's there? What do you want?
We had a deal to it. Open this door right now.
I told you. I'm not gonna do it. Go away.
Mr. DeWitt. Mr. DeWitt.
Ah, God. Booker DeWitt, investigations into matters both public and private. I don't get this. This is never explained. Ugh. The Garden of New Eden.
That idiot priest needs to learn the difference between baptizing a man and drowning one.
How did I get here? Did I come out of there?
I need to find a landmark and figure out where the hell I am.
So what about those people? How do they get in there? Do they climb up a waterfall, or is there another way? Seriously, there's like no way back in there.
Father Jefferson, a scroll, so that Eden might have laws that set her above all other nations.
And so each year we recommit ourselves to our founders and our prophet, Father Comstock.
And recommit to our prophet, Father Comstock.
So
I think it's pronounced Cthulhu.
Amen.
Really love the lilies, though. This game is so pretty. Look at the colours.
Our prophet fills our lungs with water, so they may better love the air.
That don't make a lick of sense. Do you have anything to say? No. I bet he would have said the same thing. I'm going to eat your apple. Oh look, my health is actually low because of the drowning. Ha. Oh no, I thought it was sat on the air. It's not, it's flying.
He who crossed the Delaware, with flaming sword and wings of angels, watch over me.
What is Columbia if not another ark for another time?
Mind from fear and doubt, so that I may hold fast against all invaders.
Okie dokie with your weird weeping angel statues.
Hear my prayer.
This was the bit I did for my the graphics test.
Beacon through the darkness.
Because this is just so damn pretty.
And the scroll and the key. Amen.
I'm going to jump into your fountain now. LOL! Haha! I saw money in here. And I like lily pads. I'm breaking your lily pads. Haha! Alright then. Joyless.
Providence. And that you see its divine hand at work. You discern the transmundane.
Just because the city flies don't mean it ain't got its fair share of fools. Alright. Still got a girl to find.
He's just accepted that the city flies. Just very, very little. Apart from just, what the? He's just not questioning it at all. The seed of the prophet shall sit there. Oh, that one again. Here we go. Ah. Damn, this game is pretty.